is happening, people? United Central back with another video. We're back. Obviously, as you can see,
move along, man, move along.
You know what I mean? Socially distanced, 1 meter apart. It's good to be back. This is a Straightjacket podcast 77, sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you go download it. Link is in the description. All your latest news is download it. Go check it out. Top 4 news hotting up. Top 4 news, blah blah blah. Linked out as one, but go check it out. Also, special mention to Culture Soldier Gear. Go check them out. He's the one that created the graphic design, as you can see in the intro. Also, shout out to Danny as well. He's the one that created as well. But yeah, man, all the links will be in the description below. Bottle Jobs FC, mate. You know what? Yeah, it's so ironic, man. We did a video here just before the lockdown. I think it was just before it, and you said, what did you say? Bottle jobs, bottle jobs, bottle jobs, bottle jobs, bottle jobs. And United tendencies never go. You know what I mean? I thought Nuruddin, can we turn the corner? Can Man United deliver? But
nope. Nope. 11 draws. That speaks out in the season. Man City have lost more games than us. Other top teams have lost more games than us. 11 draws.
That's not Man United standard, mate.
11 draws. And I'm just, somebody in the comments will let us know, but I reckon about 3 or maybe 5 at home. Maybe at least 5 at home. Just not good. On every stage of it, not good. If you check out my Twitter, that guy Red Devil, I predicted this.
Yeah, you know, we both said it. Southampton is that guy Hassan. How underrated is he as a manager?
Yeah.
Very, very. Southampton, you knew what they were going to do. They were going to set up on a press. They were going to set up to kind of, you know what they're going to do with Pogba. He takes time on the ball. Evidently, they get it from the goal, from the goal. You knew what they're about. You see how they played against City. That just shows again. I said it in the United stand fan cam, yeah, and I'll stick by my judgment. Did we prepare for this game yesterday?
No, you can tell we prepared because we wanted to play. We worked out where their weaknesses were. We knew that they were going to play that kid on the left at Tottenham. He's just making his career in football. He's just starting his career in football. The right back
was doing awful that when Rashford had him though. Moments.
Yeah. That was to target him. I mean, Martial and Rashford will target him specifically on that side. But they came with a tactic in terms of what other teams are now not going to notice about Man United. You hustle and hurry Man United midfielders, Man United defence.
Yeah.
You take them out of the game. At the end of the day, the players were just bottled it. The game was there to be won because, listen, they started a better team. They scored. Obviously, the mistake happened. But
I'm like, mistake there. Who did you blame there?
No, Pogba, because he should know. But I didn't see anybody talking. Even when I watched that goal back, I don't see anybody talking and going, "Madon." You know what I mean? He should know. He should know. He dilly-dallies on the ball, and he should know. And I warned against that. I said that bottle job tendencies don't go away. They're winning 2-1. Injuries comes, and then we look at the bench. Obviously, Brandon comes on, and he then gets injured. And then here we are. We're marking a corner. Harry Maguire is the best header of a football match. One of the best headers in the world. If you give me one player, I was there at Everton. I've seen Everton put on, must have had like 11 corners. I've seen Everton go wide and cross the ball in, and he headed everything away. Everything away. In this game, there's 2 minutes to go, and he's getting in a position, and he's captain. To me,
I want to let you have your say first. You have to say first.
That is a crime. That is a crime. First. But in terms of the match tactics, the match tactics.
Let's start with the first half. Start with the first half.
We got on top. We scored the 2 goals. We were making chances in the first half. They understood and they were thought, damn, you know what? Martial and Rashford are targeting this side. We can't press as hard as we can. And obviously they're buying their time. They know a football team can press for full 90 minutes. If you try to do for full 90 minutes, you then become a way where you think, you know what, this team is not that paced in terms of pressing for the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
There's something burning in my kitchen. I just need to go and check it out.
Go check it out, you know what I mean?
I'm getting distracted.
This shows where United are burning at the minute, you know what I mean? We don't want to... We're going to take cautions, guys. We're going to take cautions. You know what I mean? It's just a massive disappointment, guys. You know what I mean? To go 2-2, Southampton, you know what I mean? You thought Man United have to win this game. And I told you, man, the bottle job tendencies have to come. They come out, and with that one there, you just knew it was coming out. But yeah, carry on. What are you saying again?
We're not starting a fire. So basically, you might have to start. I'll just start this sentence again. Just teams that will try to press full 90 minutes they're not successful at pressing 90 minutes. It's very difficult for a team to press for 90 minutes. So they understood United were got on top, United got hold of the game, the ball was moving, United were beating the press to a certain extent because they were trusting each other and they were playing one touch. And then Pogba started to play one touch. Yeah. We got back in the game, we're 2-1 up.
Well, their goals are against run of play though.
No. But
if you look at, they were on top, yeah. That goal comes across. Pogba does a brilliant. To Bruno Fernandes.
Now we were threatening because we were already beating
Martial. I get it.
Martial 1-on-1. Rashford with the goal that was disallowed. Yeah. He just straight offside. He should. Whoever did the pass. I think who was it? Was it?
I think it was Poppy. You know.
Well, no. Somebody should. Okay. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw should have released it a lot earlier, and he should have held his line. So we were already threatening it behind them, right? Because what they did was like, so the Southampton play. Southampton. Well, they play 4-4-2. The four on top, right? The two wingers.
They press.
And the two strikers will press, yeah? Then the two midfielders will follow to back them up. Then the four defenders come and back them up even more. Yeah. So what they do is they compress the football match into here. So they've got you in this choked almost. They're choking you. And you can't get out.
They did choke us yesterday.
You can't get out.
That was a choke.
United started to play. They started to find different ways where they could play. They popped in the ball around, and then we started to open them up. Yeah. Because we knew, because they're keeping the high line. That's one of the things about keeping a high line. Now, De Gea's kicking,
shocking.
In terms of,
I've always said it though. His distribution is poor.
Like in terms of finding people, like width, and the best way you beat the press is you get in the width, and then you get some of your playmakers, somebody who can hold up the ball better. Like Greenwood sometimes is technical enough to hold up the ball, right?
Yeah.
Drop him in the middle, get Rashford and Martial out wide. We started to do a little bit of that. Got a grip in the game. Obviously, wonderful goal from Martial to make it 2-1. We then think, breathe. Second half, the team come out,
bottled it,
and I don't know whether
Ollie bottled it, mate. He literally, he came, no, hear me out. He came in with a, no, he didn't. Man United Football Club, we're talking about, yeah? Forget the agenda with Ollie. I know he's not good enough to be Man United manager. Everyone knows that. It's a fact, yeah? But look at it in terms of football principles. No, listen to me. It's not about rolling
I am rolling my eyes.
Listen to me.
He can't be on that pitch.
No, but I know he can't be on the pitch. Listen to me. He can't be on the pitch, yeah? But the set of tactics in that second half, yeah? If you're the manager in the changing room, what do you say? Keep the shape, boys. Keep at it. Keep pressing on the front foot. Keep doing what you've been doing that first half where we were so dangerous. What did we do in the second half? Everything against what he said. And that is the same old Ollie that was doing that before Bruno Fernandes and before Figgy.
No, 60 minutes only.
You know what, mate? I think they were dominating from the get-go.
Yeah, of course. They're chasing the game, so they opened up a little bit. And we were then making chances on the break, almost a semi-break, because we were thinking...
Well, the Rashford chance about that and the Martial chance. That's all I can think of, Nordin. That's the only ones I can think of.
Those were the things, but then there was another time when Martial should have done better, but he was skying it. He was left footing it to the other side or whatever like that, what he was doing. But anyway, to me, I genuinely think they came with a specific game plan. And we beat it because of the idea in the first half, we had energy. The second half, Matic got pressed, Pogba got pressed, Bruno got pressed.
Anonymous,
and the thing about it, man. Because the ball to him, and then the fatigue setting. And then the thing is psychological. So the team they're a lot fitter. They're a lot fitter than us.
Yeah.
They have a proper game plan in terms of what they did to Greenwood. Like literally had the fullback right up his backside.
That's more Bertrand how quality. He's a quality left back.
But no, not even that. But he wasn't just him. They targeted him specifically. Of course, So anytime he got the ball, it was Bertrand
and Redmond. The double team.
And then the midfielder went across. One of the midfielders kept going across to help him, right? Yeah. Because they know that he can beat one or two. He can beat one or two. He can write one or two challenges. Yeah. But and then he can play the ball inside. That's dangerous ball to Bruno, because Bruno was roaming in that, the halfway line, kind of like in the last third, and they blocked that off. They cut the supply. They targeted Pogba and Matic, and this is what I'm saying about Matic. When he gets pressed, dark alleys.
Different
game. Alleys, because he's not got tenacity to move the ball around quick enough. And then even when Fred came on, he couldn't, because it's very difficult to change the momentum of the game.
I understand that.
It's very difficult to change the momentum of the game. Even though they had a lot of the ball and they were pressing, the game made one save, really, from Redmond. They opened this up in that side because Wan-Bissaka, and let's talk about Paul. That to me is the worst game.
I think it was Paul against Aston Villa.
No. To me, this was his worst game. People are getting back to me saying, "Oh, his bad game was against Watford last season or Watford
this season."
No. Watford, he gave away a penalty, but he still played well.
I think Redmond's a very, you know what? Just go show. I think Redmond's a quality left midfielder, but by his standards, that was a poor game.
No, you know what? Every way of it, his positioning. His reading of it, he's usually patient with the talent. He was running out wide, right, going up front when you know that sometimes you have to drop
But as a defender though, when you're sitting back, are you not suspectical to be doing that, the mistakes? If you're a top right back, you can be Wan-Bissaka is a top right back in the world. But if you're pen back, you're almost gonna. It's almost in the writing that you're gonna concede something. You're gonna have a poor game.
We bought him because he was doing that for Palace. Palace were a lot of times under pressure by teams. He that's no excuse for him, because Palace only attack certain teams. They didn't attack all. Palace.
But they attacked as a unit. They defended as a unit. That's a different flex. I mean, keep calling it flexing it, but they defended as a unit though.
I understand that. But he did a lot of individual to defend. I'm against Man City at home this season and Man City away. He was defending a lot. They had the ball and they were banging on. And that's where he showed. And that's where he showed his best efforts.
But then again, you look at it though. Greenwood, did he help out?
No, but this is what I'm saying.
He's almost suffering. Dan James, sometimes I get Dan James is poor, but maybe that was where Dan James came and helped him. I don't know if Greenwood's maybe that kind of. If he's more offensive, he's leaving space behind. I don't know. I'm trying to be reasonable with this.
You know what?
I don't want to blame it all on Wan-Bissaka.
No. I'm not saying. Listen, everybody was to blame. There were teams that the 11 people on the pitch were to blame. But for me, what this game to me showed more than anything. Anytime a manager at 60 minutes want to make changes and who you bring on, every game, the only game that the changes lifted was against Spurs, the first game after the lockdown. First game, we're losing 1-0. There's about 15-20 minutes.
We look better. We look sharper.
Yeah. Pogba and who come on? Greenwood and Pogba come on. United are pinning Tottenham back. Obviously, Jose with those tactics that we all know about.
Jose,
you know what I mean? We know that tactics. We know those tactics. And then Man United, Pogba then gets on the ball. Greenwood then is a threat.
Bruno looks better. Martial looks sharper for a bit.
Every other game Man United has played, the other 4 games that Man United have played, every time we made changes, there's been a level drop of performance. And to me, this is what this showed yesterday. So when you go, I'm going to blame Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
No, this is where I'm going to come at you. This is where I'm
going. Let me finish. When you say you're going to blame Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
yeah, I am. You know why?
And I look at who's on the bench and what he can bring on, and
is that not better than Southampton?
Listen.
I think Southampton got the quality of the bench yesterday.
Listen, Fred is off the pace. Fred is off the pace. McTominay is off the.
Igalo's on the bench.
Listen,
Matters on the bench.
You're not bringing.
I don't understand. It's not the quality, but it's still better than Southampton's.
You're not bringing on Igalo where Martial has got these men on roast.
Well, there you go.
Right, he's got these.
But then you play 4. You play 2 up top. Listen, I understand what on the roast.
Listen.
Igalo would have been the option, though. Igalo probably would have been the better option. Listen, you're saying that then. Igalo would have been the better option.
Listen, Igalo would have been an option, but for me, I understand him bringing James on because he's exactly what you said, right? James might be better to hustle back and try to win tackles and hook,
but even he looks clueless.
Listen, that's what I'm saying to you. So in terms of what the bench is, he went with James and he went with McTominay, and then he went with Fred. Fred looks off the pace. McTominay, both of them look drastically off the pace. And James, you know what James looks like? James looks like Division 4 player.
Do you know what? There was the moment where I think there was a 1-2 and Ryan Bertrand just went to him, listen mate, off the pitch.
So
and that's
let me hear what you're gonna say.
No, but my opinion, this is what I was saying to Flex this here on the fan cam, and why I was so annoyed. Yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came with a negative tactics in that second half. Yeah, there was no output, there was no outlet, there was no kind of rhythm to our play. You know what I mean? Yes, Southampton can come in the game. There's a divine right, another team, they come into the game. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did not have any answers for that other manager. What's his name? Rafa Husis. When Southampton were coasting on the right hand side, what was the game plan there? McTominay comes on, and Fred. Yeah, you've got two players here that are fresh. I don't care what you say. They've not matched rhythm. They are fresh. Yeah, they could easily press. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer told them maybe press their midfielders, let's put them back into frame, then we would have said something. Daniel James on that right hand side had no hope at all. What was his game plan for Daniel James? That's what I'm on about. In terms of negative tactics, yeah, this is always going to happen. That goal there is not on the right of the castle. Listen, Lordy, you can shake your head all you want, yeah. But that goal was coming.
It on the second half.
There you go then, because at the end of the day, yeah, what you do is...
They were prodding, there was only one
exactly, and that's what happens in football. You get prodded back, and then what happens? You can see the goal. It happens in football. If Man City pin you back for 45 minutes, they're going to have two chances, yeah, and they're going to score.
Yeah, listen, to me...
Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you,
the goal that they scored, the set piece...
Is that not naive from Ole?
No, listen, let me tell you something. He brings on, I'm not defending Ole. I think, to me, the bench is the biggest match, and I think maybe bringing on Igalo would have been the best option.
Well, there you go.
Instead of James. But I understand, because you just said it.
This is the fine detail that a top manager does.
Exactly, but you just said... But then you just said a minute ago, maybe... Dan James helping out Wan-Bissaka, who was just, I don't know where he was. Honestly, I don't know where he was. It's just next levels, because I'm not seeing that level of standard and just a drain, like the drain of no energy whatsoever. Yeah. So the whole team had no energy, right? It's like, to me, and this is what I try to understand, and this is what I said on the fan cam. Football is psychological. When you know that your bottle job tendency, I know, viewers know, everybody knows, the bottle job tendency there. You can get fatigued when you know that you have anxiety and you're not thinking, damn. But yesterday, I looked to Pogba, I looked to Bruno, I looked to Maguire, I looked to Matic, and in that time, I didn't see any talking. I looked for body language and talking. I didn't see anybody thinking, hey guys, we need to get... Even when they went for the, when they went for the break, the bit of the water break.
Yeah, I don't even know if that did well.
Like, none of that. None of those things. I looked at all the leaders through our spine. So I looked at Maguire, Pogba, Matic, Bruno. I'm looking at the only leader that I've seen yesterday on that football pitch. And actually, Luke Shaw, Luke Shaw had a good game. Luke Shaw, Rashford and Martial had a good game. Yeah. And Martial was just outstanding again. He's been outstanding. But the rest of them, I didn't see anything. In terms of leaders thinking, you know what, at times we need to slow this ball. We need to keep hold of the ball. We need to buy fouls. Every time we won the ball back, we were giving the back to them. Now, I'm sorry, there is nothing a manager who's sitting on the stands can't do that. And you listen to his press conference. And then he said, we didn't use the ball as well as we can. Our passing rhythm was not there. You have to give credit, because that's what I said. That's what I was saying.
So why can't the manager from Southampton do that? And
listen. The manager from Southampton models his game on who? He models his game.
I understand that.
On.
But the basics, though. The basics are passing, keeping the ball.
No,
we didn't keep the ball.
But that's what I'm saying to you. So the players who are on the pitch are the most technical and quality players that we have. Right. That's our first 11. Right. They could not manage. There was no leadership. There was absolutely no leadership. And then but as soon as Pogba and Bruno went off, right, we dropped even back.
I think Pogba was justified coming off.
Listen, no, we dropped
because he was tired. He was knackered. He wasn't offering anything.
So's Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
And that's what I'm trying to say to you. And then you bring on two guys who are well off the pace. I don't know what's the matter. I don't know what's wrong. I think match fitness. But then I'm looking at the other thing.
But they're fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, listen. So they played against Norwich. They played a full game against Norwich. They
played half.
No, lad.
Fred played a half.
Like 60 or 70 minutes, one of them got anyway, right? Yeah. They came on against the other games. They came on and they should be. They played the 20 minutes here and there. But they just look off the ball. They look off the ball. And it's very difficult to change. Unless you're super quality footballers, to come into a game, you have to be really quality to change.
Man United Football Club we're talking about.
to change of it. And at that moment, I looked at the midfield of Southampton.
Ward-Prowse, and you're telling me Ward-Prowse and Romeo.
Ward-Prowse and Romeo absolutely...
They bossed the second half.
Ran us ragged. And you know what? This is the reason where everybody was getting gassed. I was on Twitter days before this game and saying, listen, everything is going honky-dory. And I don't want to be one of those people. But because I know what I'm talking about, this was the last team I wanted to play. Do you know why? I didn't want to play. The way they beat Man City was the flukiest thing ever. That was Man City absolutely peppered them, pressed them in, and Man City hit the post, hit the bar. The keeper made 3 or 4 amazing saves. And if you listen to Guardiola's interview after that, he was like, you know what? It's just one of those games. I can't really blame my team because they've played the way we.
But can you say that with Man United though?
No, because I've said to you,
that is a
because there's a difference. And you look at who comes on for Man City, right? And look at who comes on for Man United. Look at the difference in class. It's not. It's night.
But they gotta think of it though.
It's night.
We were 2-1 up. We were 2-1 up.
It don't matter.
The second half. No.
Listen, it don't matter.
2-1 up. So you're saying 2-1 up? Yeah, Man United can't hold their lead. Man United can't push on.
You know what? Before if it would have been 2-1, I would have been well proud of this game.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know why I would have been proud of this game? Because we would have played badly, we would have been under the cosh, because this is the thing in these other 4 games, right? Even Tottenham didn't really cost us that much defensively, right? No. In the other 4 games, we've just cruised, we've just banged in goals. We did. I mean, against Villa, Pogba lost the ball in the same kind of position again. The guy hit the post. We won the penalty. The game was over. 2-0. Bang, by half-time, the game's over, right? In this game, we came under the cosh heavily, right? And we've not been, since the break, there's no team who's put us under the cosh. So, but this is where I come to the second half. And this is where I come to Man United and defending set pieces. Majority of the season, I look at the game, the goal against the Villa. The guy scored, the Villa centre-half scored at Old Trafford to make it 2-2. I look at these things, I think...
2-2?
Yeah, it was 2-2 Villa.
Oh, Villa, you mean? Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. Villa back in December, I thought you meant now.
No, I'm saying I'm saying that. Look at through the games.
Oh, yeah,
set pieces. How many set pieces have Man United conceded? And this is where my biggest criticism. When everybody was coming from Maguire...
So who are you blaming for this set piece? I want to know.
Listen. When everybody was coming from Maguire, when... Stanislas megged him and scored.
But what was it?
Let me tell you.
Before that, what happened though? I want you to get the context.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. Maguire was getting dragged all over Twitter. I never passed him either, and I actually said, you know what? He had a good game.
Yeah.
I don't mind if somebody does a defender by a piece of quality, by just pure magic skill. I have never minded that. If most people know me, that how much I love football and how much I've watched football throughout most of my life, a piece of quality, of trickery, a piece of skill is the reason why we all watch football.
Of course.
It's the reason why. So when a defender gets done, defenders can get done. Even the best defenders can get done.
Of course.
I've seen Vidic getting dragged by drop of a shoulder by Torres. I've seen Rio Ferdinand get turned inside out by Ronaldo, Brazilian. So all of it, I don't mind that. It don't have to be quality players. They can be any type of player. If you do a piece of skill to get away from the defender, you do that. But when things are your bread and butter and you are the captain, and you can tell that with it, I think it was the 3rd or the 2nd corner we had. So from one side and then it went to the other side, right? You take the leadership role, and you know what you say.
Have you watched it again? Who's the first person that should be holding the ball? Then who should?
Rashford and Matic. The ball.
Matic is the first one. Listen, Matic, how tall is Matic?
Listen, it don't matter.
How tall is Matic?
It don't matter.
But he was the one that... he missed the ball completely.
Listen.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
He missed the ball completely.
Saeed, I've seen the goal many times, right? This is my point I'm going to make. I don't mind Maguire getting, because I've already said that long time before we bought him. He's slow on the turn. He can be done, if he gets too square, he can be done easy, right? And that's why I rate him highly, because he's almost like changed his game in terms of reading it. And if he can get his foot in, get pressed against the hard against the attacker, he's more. I rate Maguire because I actually see him that his positional sense is a lot better since he's come to United. His positional sense I've improved
massively,
because I didn't watch him for Leicester. I'll watch him the odd game here and there, but I didn't watch it because I'm not a Leicester City fan, right?
Of course.
Right. But at Man United, I actually seen him for him when he first came, and now he's there on the backs of
So let's analyse the corner then. Let's analyse the zonal marking.
Let me finish.
Okay, go on.
Right, then he steps in and he does that. So that's why I rate him, right? I rate him. But one thing that I demand of him, he is the reason why they call him Slabhead, the reason why he was banging in headers in the world, the reason why I actually, on a live match against Everton, I was there to watch it, see him clear away corner after corner, cross after cross, is this 2 minutes to go. The team, they're building. They can't go through us. They only got through once because Juan Masaka's mistake, right? And then Redmond had that shot, the game made a great save, right? So they weren't cutting through us. They were just building the set pieces. They were building pressure in that sense. 2 minutes to go. You're the captain. You're the leader at the back. You're the defender. You go tell. You know what? This is what I'm saying about Fergie. So you know Fergie say, whatever the tactic was, it's up to players. This is a quote from Fergie. If you're gonna go and find out what Fergie, it's up to the players on the pitch. And this is what Roy Keane used to write. Roy Keane will go absolutely berserk. Nobody does that in football anymore. I understand that. Football has changed. But at this moment, knowing that we've got these better job tendencies, we've got a corner swanging by Warcross, right? And then the idea that...
What was the marking though? What was the marking situation? We have a zonal marking, yeah? This is a zonal marking. Where's the zonal marking been done in the training ground, right?
Listen,
Oliver Solskjaer has implemented this, right?
Listen, we do half and half. There's half and half. Man United have done half and half. We talked about it on the show.
Yeah, but I understand that.
Man United have done half and half.
That, for me, that looked like zonal marking.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Man United do three or four in a line.
Yeah.
And then they've got others who then press the defenders. So some of them who touch tight, right? Some of them who touch tight, and some of them who just mark a certain area in space.
So you're expecting Maguire to be the forefront defending that?
I've seen it with my own eyes. Him clear people out the way against Everton and clear the ball with his head. I've seen
But he cannot be the person that does it all the time. There's got to be other people there.
No.
Matic, for me, has to clear that. He loses his head.
Listen, Matic is not a header. You know the
come on, Matic is not what I mean, man. How is... Are you telling me Matic got a header? How?
Matic... Oh my God.
He's 6'7".
Listen, there's certain players who... Just because you're tall... does not mean that you're going to be
but the header was right there. He's done under it. That was a shocking header.
Listen.
Shocking.
At the end of the day, as a captain of Man United,
I understand. Listen, I'm not saying Maguire is an angel here.
Listen,
he should be clearing that.
At the moment, when I look at it, as the captain of Man United, right? You need to wipe everybody out of your way, and you think, you know, this ball. We've got 2 minutes to go. We need to keep this lead. I'm going to go and smash that ball.
Did you think maybe he misjudged Matic? Matic maybe going clearing it.
No,
because... You almost misjudged it. Wan-Bissaka getting in his way.
Listen, I've just watched anything of it. He doesn't even take off. He thinks the ball is
coming to him. What was Lindelof doing as well?
Listen,
what was Lindelof doing?
Well, listen, every time you mention Lindelof, what do I always say? I don't expect anything of Lindelof. I don't.
You know what though, by the way, I don't want to sound negative, but he had a quality game.
Yeah.
He had a quality game.
Yeah,
but I told you, I said to you from day one, yeah, 5 margins in football, yeah. Lindelof for me is that narrow gap, yeah, where he goes from all right and is a good centre back, that will get in most top 10 teams, but to be a world class centre back on Man United standard, we're talking about, yeah, that is the 5 margins. He goes to sleep. He goes to sleep on the wrong side of Obafemi Martins' son, yeah. You know what I mean? Hold tight, Obafemi, that guy, hold tight, man, yo, middleweight boxer, man, yo.
The shortest guy in the game.
And then he gets wrong side of him, and then Man United concede. Is Maguire the scapegoat? I want to ask you, Lordin, is he the scapegoat right now?
Listen, I told you, when other people were scapegoating him, when Stanislas and people and Bear White took him and whatever, I would say, you know what? I understand, because I already expect that. So I already expect Lindelof not to be physical. I already expect Lindelof not to be there doing a last ditch. He's not a guy who puts his head where it hurts and all of that stuff. He's not that type of guy. Maguire, in the air, I expect him. If the ball is coming dropping anywhere near our 6-yard box, when he's there, I expect Maguire to wipe his teammates out. I expect him to wipe out the other strikers and to other defenders and clear that header.
But when you've got one person doing that, when you've got one person doing that, where's the expectancy of others? You've got to expect others to come in and step in.
This is where you are a captain. This is why you are captain. This is why 80 million.
Is it?
That's why you.
Is he Captain Marvel?
No. but I've seen the guy do it. That's the baddest thing.
Yeah, but you've seen him do it.
I've seen him do it.
No, hold on. Where's Matic in that place? Tucking it away.
You can't just.
I know you got.
I played for Listen, you know what?
Matic has to come in.
I've played football. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've played football. I've never played to the standard that anywhere near professional or semi-pro. I played to Saturday and Sunday league. Majority of people who are tall, right, don't expect in football, unless you specialize at being tall and being amazing in the air, they don't think I'm gonna leap and jump. There are certain players. I remember playing with guys who were like up to me here in my elbow that would leap above me to win a header. Some people are just good at headering. They know how. Like Matic is good at positioning. He knows where the ball might end up, and he'll go around to cover. His play is not getting on the ball, and we've all said it. I've said it a long time ago. He dilly-dallies on the ball, runs dark alleys, and he gets possessed or whatever. That's not his quality. Matic's thing is never been... I have never seen in a game where we needed a last-ditch header, and Matic heading a goal, right? Or Matic defending and saving a goal.
The one against Everton, that was his fault, Matic. The one against Everton, I don't know if you've seen it yet, that was his fault, Matic as well. Listen, in that game.
Well, listen, all I'm saying is Matic is not a guy known. All I know is that we've got one of the best headers in European football. If not
that's zonal marking, yeah. Why was McTominay not in the front?
Listen,
what was happening? What was going on?
Half and half. At the end of the day, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer cannot come and leap off and help them out.
I understand that.
Whatever, they're men. They're on that football pitch for a reason. You are giving the captaincy for a reason. To me, I expect on my captain, of a Man United captain, when the team's on the high, when we're just there, when we've got these bottled up tendencies, you will be thinking, right, soon as that corner goes, everybody... You will be screaming
so what
at
about
everybody.
If they got 4 or 5 man that are absolutely tanked? No. Listen. If they got 4 or 5 man that are absolutely tanked and they're beast in the air, so you're going to rely on Harry Maguire to do every single one?
No, listen, because this is the thing about it. You know the maddest thing about headering? You don't have to actually win the ball. You can put people off. There are ways getting touch tight and you put people off.
We weren't there then. No one's touch tight then.
Listen, you can do that. So I expect them to do their jobs. But Harry Maguire is one of the best headers in world football. And he's the captain of Man United. And 2 minutes to go, I expect him. I'm sorry, I'm not expecting him.
I really do.
I am not being harsh. I'm sorry to say, I am expecting you to wipe your own players out.
Who's trying to command everywhere. He's trying to get us out of trouble. We have one of the best defensive records in the league. We have one of the best defensive record in the league. Who's that down to?
We've drawn 11 games.
No, but who's that down? Yeah, but they've drawn 11 games. We're not conceding many though.
Listen, we've not conceded many.
Man United conceded so many goals without our centre backs. Listen to me. How many goals were conceded? Lindelof, with Bailly, with Smalling, with Jones, with absolute bad centre back. We've got a centre back now, yeah. And now we're not.
Wan-Bissaka has been one of the best players by absolutely none. He's the player of the season. If it's any justice, because amount of times he's got 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 in games where he was doing a last ditch. Maguire's improved since he's come to Man United. The way we play and the way the whole team defends helps the team because we've got guys.
People want him sold, you know. People want him sold.
No.
I mean seriously. People are calling him frauds. They're saying he should be sold. They're just saying, what is this 85 million fridge? All this and that.
Saeed, you put the kiss of death on your boy with your big mouth on last week's fan cam saying,
say what?
Forget Van Dijk. He's the best.
Listen, but I'm trying to say, Van Dijk should be supported in Liverpool, yeah? They've got Fabinho, they've got Gomez in there, and they have a system way of playing that Van Dijk doesn't get exposed. Harry Maguire will look poor in the system because what happens is the left backs and the right back, yeah, they go wide and they're on the halfway line. On the run, I understand that's all Gunnar Solskjaer's system, but under this system...
We won that. We need that system.
I understand that, and but then you're going to have goals where you concede. But then, are you not going to say we're going to concede more then?
No, listen, Matic...
Are we not going to concede more we play like that?
Listen, we always concede, but Man United have always conceded, but we always having to risk it. That's what you call for. When you say Ollie, you say, we don't risk it enough. Now, Luke Shaw is one of the... If you see Luke Shaw's position...
Yeah, he's advanced now, he's more advanced.
He's the most advanced. Wan-Bissaka is one of the most advanced already. So we already know
how do people expect us to be tight at the back?
Listen, please, listen, understand what I'm saying to you. I know you think I'm coming for your boy, but I'm not. I'm just saying on this specific set piece in the corner, I expect Maguire to clean up everybody and get his head on the ball. And I'm not saying how he defended in that game. I'm not saying he's not improved. I'm not saying that he doesn't pass the ball. You know, and I think he could have done it a bit better. I think he could have found Luke Shaw a lot quicker and the ball from forward, and that's a tactical thing, right? That he needs to improve. Because if I was Ollie now, I would just get that game and just make them watch it again. And you know what? I wouldn't say this is where you went wrong. This way, no. I would just say, yeah, guys, this is a DVD of the game.
Yeah.
I want you to go home and I want you to make notes where you went wrong, what you could have done better. Because I think shouting at guys, I think when we got Palace and Chelsea, it's not going to solve the answer, right? To me, I look at that and I think defensively they were doing all right. The only time that we went out of shape where the guy got in and the guy made a good save.
Yeah.
That's the only time. Other than the problem mistake. Right, listen, the problem mistake. So I am not saying, so all those who are saying Maguire should be sold, this and that. I want Maguire to use this as a learning moment. This is a teaching moment, because football teaches you a lot. As a footballer, you're going to learn lessons. This is a massive lesson. Bigger games will come, bigger tests will come. When we're defending the lead, as the captain, you've got to go out there and clean up, mate. You've got to clean up.
I want to ask you a question.
Simple.
All these games
like I said, I'm not calling to be sold.
No.
I'm not even calling for Lindelof to be dropped. I'm just thinking, we
need a centre back. That's all we're saying. We found out now. You said it. We said it. Koulibaly, whoever's out there, mate.
I said it.
Just come to Man United and just save us, mate.
I said it.
Because we are lacking centre backs.
To me, what the bottle job tendencies was when the game became psychological.
I know.
When it became mental, our players are psychologically weak, and no manager, no tactic.
I think we have to build that.
Listen to me. No manager and no tactic will ever solve that. The only way that gets solved is being on that pitch and going, you know what, we're winning. We need to defend the corner. Everybody on their toes. This is when you go, get those air in the lungs.
That's my United evolved. That's the Man United evolved already. That's when you were watching Man United. That's when we were.
And that's what
the Man United evolved.
I'm telling you, the amount of times I get Vidic and going like that to the play. Breathe in. Get the lactic acid out of your legs. Right? Breathe in.
I want to ask you a question.
And nobody's doing that.
Did we play poor positions now? Is this showing that? Have we played poor positions?
No.
You know what? I understand, yeah, we're on a roll. Bruno Fernandes is doing magical, Pogba. But if you look at it from the restart, Tottenham, we should have won, but we drew. The bottom line is we drew, yeah?
Shocking.
You know what I mean? We played Sheffield United, who were poor.
No, we caught them on a bad way.
We caught them on a bad way, yeah?
No, on a bad day. On a really bad day.
Yeah. 3-0, absolutely destroyed them, yeah? Who do we play next? Brighton.
Down we played well. That game we played.
We played well. I understand that we played well
in that game.
And then we went to Aston Villa. They're down and out.
They hit the post. They were the better team in the first 20 minutes.
Well, there you go. They're going to score.
And then we got a penalty. Then the confidence seeped.
And then we played against, I reckon, a good, very, very good team in Southampton.
Bournemouth. We played Bournemouth, and Bournemouth attacked us. And
Bournemouth attacked us, and you know what?
Goals, and
another day, another day that could have gone sticky.
No, but that's in terms of that.
Has this one been fortunate to us to understand, for us to not see that? Do you know what? There could be deficiencies in our play, and there could be moments where, you know what, when they are really, really tested. Have they got the courage? Have they got like you said, the fight, the mentality?
They did. They showed it. They showed it in this game. That's the saddest thing about it. They showed it in this game.
Yeah, but the problem is, the second half of me, we were negative.
Listen, we were 2-1 up, and they were missed sitters, right? Again, we're missing sitters. So even with the two chances before,
but I just looked at the way Southampton played, and I was like to myself, that's what Man United should be doing. You know what I mean? Getting the ball on the front foot, playing.
Did that. We pressed really hard, and look what happened to the Man United players because of our medical team. Look what happened to them. What happened to them? We tried to press Liverpool for press, and this is where Ollie's run coming to an end, right? Anyway, the Southampton game's done. We should move on now. To me, the biggest thing for me is
top four now. Is that for you? I'm not saying it's out. We're not out of the equation. I think it's still in our hands.
No.
But now it gets crunch time. Now,
me,
Crystal Palace. I know they lost 5 games in a row now. Yeah, but for me, I look at that game against Chelsea.
They raise it, man.
They raise it against the top team, and with the likes of Ayew, Zaha, and not Benteke, but Van Aanholt, Townsend, and all them kind of tricky players, small, tight pitch. You know what I mean? You know what? Learning. I don't know if I'm confident. You know?
No, I'm not confident. I'm not, because you have to understand some of these guys want away from Crystal Palace. They don't want to. They want to go to bigger teams, going for Europa League and Champions League. Some of these players think that they can play for these teams. And the thing about Southampton is that people don't understand, right? When you play Man United, you give extra 20%. Do you know why? Because the global audience is huge.
Of course,
right? And any of those players, they're thinking,
Zaha,
even Southampton players. Oh yeah, they're thinking, you know what? I want to show against a Man United. That's why Crystal Palace.
That Romeo, you know what? He looked at quality players.
Listen, that's why they race it. That is why they race it. And to me, what they've done to us have given other teams a blueprint.
Has it given us food for thought in this?
No, I already knew about this. Like I said, don't get it twisted. I don't mean to go on this podcast like I know everything. I don't know everything, but I can just see things. Like I said on my tweet, I don't trust this team. Bottle job done. This is don't go away. Can they silence me? I hope they silence me. They didn't. They didn't silence me because I know what it is. Football is about mental. You have to have leaders who look at each other on that pitch and say, come on, roll your sleeves up. Let's get in this fight and let's fight for this. Because no, you're not going to get everything. We're going to go to Palace. If we don't score first,
why?
good night, Vienna. And I think we could. And this is the thing about it. The thing about Ollie's reign as well, because it's psychological. Because
Liverpool came there a couple of years ago. Remember, with the winning the league. You know what I mean? The title was on the hands, and it was 3-0 up, and they came back, and that was a very, very poor Crystal Palace side. And with Dwight Gale, from no disrespect to Dwight Gale, you know what I mean? And they came back 3-3. These are the kind of games I look at, and they look at banana skin. If they win this game, yeah, they're pretty much secured. You know what I mean? Certain players can go out there and say, you know what? I'm playing against Man United. Man United are coming to town.
Yeah, of course.
And they can put a performance in there. You know what, mate? And then you look at the midfield now options now. What would you want to do with the midfield? Because now Matic looks a player where... I've always said about Matic, he's good for 15 games, yeah? But when it gets leggy and you're playing weekend... Right now, Man United are playing a game every 4 or 5 days. I get it now, we're playing every 3 now. But it's all good for Matic now. But when you got Europa League or Champions League next season... and you got FA Cup in there, you're playing 2 games a week, you can't be playing matches every week. So for me, do we need to tinker the midfield now? Like, Pogba looked a bit leggy.
Well, we need Pogba and Bruno. I know this thing people like rested for... that's a cup game, anything could happen against Chelsea.
Well, there you go, you cannot play the same team for Thursday and Sunday. That's not going to work out, is it?
Oh, well, in terms of it, Man United have to come out and show... To me, what kind of Man United? Is the bottle job psychologically weak? Man United team are going to come out because Palace are waiting, mate. Palace are waiting and laying the traps, and they know
Roy Hodgson, mate. Liverpool manager.
Listen, what players to press. They know how to. We've got to come out and say. And at certain times, you need your strikers to save you. Could this be the game where Rashford and Martial just go on a madness, and save us, and Greenwood comes in again, or is this the game where our top 4 things are dead? If that happens, if it's like 60 minutes gone and we're losing, I would take Pogba and Bruno off for Sunday then.
Wow.
That's what I would do. Because
for an FA Cup.
But this is what I'm saying to you. But this is what I'm saying because you can't play them both. Yeah. But it's still we've got
How have we gone from cruising?
Nah,
you know
because listen, I say it.
Football's a funny game, isn't it?
Nah, I said it. The tweets are out there. When you least expect it, football has a habit of biting you in the backside. And you know what? I even knew it that there was no injuries, and straight away 2 injuries, and one of them in the most crucial minutes of a game.
Yeah.
Because I think that guy, who would have been where Lindelof was positioned.
Yeah, Brandon should have been there.
Brandon Williams could have been there. But at the end of the day, I've not heard any news about their injuries.
Shaw apparently was back in training today. But
that's just rumours.
I know, yeah. Well, he could just come in to check his ankle.
Yeah, that's
if he's out and Brandon Williams is out with concussion.
Yeah. I think, it's going to be Dalot. Do we trust Dalot?
Dalot against Zaha.
Do we trust that?
Dalot against Zaha.
Do we got Ethan Led? Does Ethan Led play?
Is he ready? Is he ready?
Listen, does Eric Bailly play?
In a 3 at the back, when you play 3 at the back, and then you maybe maybe Chong at left back.
No, I wouldn't put this Chong on.
So who would you be your midfield 3?
I think it's, to me, this is where I will.
You keep the same midfield?
No. I will put Matic down and play Fred.
Yeah.
Even I'm thinking, Bruno should come on and we just play, go with Fred and McTominay.
Yeah.
Right, and then Pogba as the number 10.
It's gone from, this is football again, from now having a consistent 11 now, to when now football bites in your ass and says, yo, listen, you got to play Thursday now. Even though Chelsea are playing today, which I think is unfair. Chelsea are playing tonight and they don't play until Sunday. Where we play Thursday, we have 1 day recovery, 1-2 day, probably not even train, and then you got to play again Sunday, Wembley.
Yeah. This is what on Wembley pitch is heavy, mate. I've watched.
You know what? I could give you a prediction, man. I really could not give you a prediction.
I mean, to me, Chelsea always won, innit? So, to be fair, you know what? I'm gonna change.
Come on, Norwich.
Listen,
Shout out to Norwich, by the way. You know what I mean? Consolation.
Yo, you know what? Shout out to those young footballers, innit?
You know what? They've got a bright future, man.
You know what?
I take some of them. Take a Godfrey, maybe. Centre back, the centre back. Jamal Lewis looks a player.
Jamal Lewis looks.
He could be a decent backup.
Yeah, Jamal Lewis looks good, but I don't know what's happening with the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not at the moment, because I need to see them in another team.
I really can't pick a prediction, man.
Listen, how they play. Actually, you know what? Scrap, because I think Chelsea will beat us anyway on Sunday.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because they always won. To be fair, they always won.
What, you know what? In cup finals they do.
Yeah, they
cup final. I don't know what it is in cup finals.
Cup semi-finals, whatever they do.
You know what I mean? I remember the 2007. Do you know what I mean? The recent one is the final.
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones final.
Phil Jones final.
You know what?
You know what? It's just so I would go for it. I would play the strong team, but I would definitely put Matic.
Yeah, I think Matic needs a rest.
And maybe Bruno can be rested as well, but I would go Fred and McTominay.
What, return of Pereira?
Not anytime soon. But I would play Fred and McTominay and Pogba as number 10 and keep the front three the same. And a defence...
Do you see anything that would tell you Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would put the foot on the gas and say, right, we're going to make some subs now. We've got FA Cup semi-final on Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, he might have to freshen it up now.
What is the chance he just plays Igalo up front? I says, you know what, Igalo, I'm going to give you a chance. And I'm going to pay you up front. I'm going to maybe put off Greenwood. I'm going to play Daniel James at right wing.
I don't know what. I mean, like I said, this is the most, because his excuse was, why change a winning team? And to be fair to you, Man United fans, and you, Saeed, everybody wanted that five up top.
Yeah. I didn't want it, but the problem is, you know what I mean? How much do you push?
We don't have the quality.
Right, let me give you predictions. I'm going to go for...
To me, I think Chelsea will beat us, so I think we should go...
No, we're gonna do a separate podcast for that one.
Listen, we should go strong. I'm
gonna go for 2-1 Man United.
Yeah, well,
honestly, I can't see this being a comfortable game.
Listen, we should go strong against Palace. Let the cup game.
So what you go for? Prediction. Score prediction.
I'll take a 1-0 me. Scrappy 1-0.
Scrappy 1-0. Oh.
I'll take it. Somebody's backside 1-0.
I'm gonna go for 2-1, guys. Nuruddin.
Yeah. What's your team? That's the thing about it.
My team is similar, same as you. I would just put Fred in there. I think Fred, get that midfield balance going in there. Let's get a bit of momentum. But I just have a habit of feeling Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to tinker with it and say, yeah, you know what? We're not looking as fit as firing. We need some energy.
But it's true because if you looked at it on this game, it's just how much of it is psychologically affecting them.
Yeah.
It's how much of it they're just doing, like today. They've just been doing recoveries, the ice baths, you know what I mean, in the oxygen tanks, all of those things. So it'll be interesting to see, because we're not there, you know, we have to go down there on Thursday and try.
Anyway.
But for me, I always keep it real, boys and girls and everybody else who don't identify whatever. I keep it 100. Bottle Job FC is very difficult to psychologically move that stain from you. Yesterday I was thinking, first goal mattered. Southampton got the goal. Man United came back with two quick fire and we were making chances and we looked good.
Yeah.
After that, we gassed and I look at the bench and any of those people, any of those fans who a week ago all over Twitter saying Sancho can't get in this team, Grealish can't get in this team. Let me tell you something.
That for the squad's key.
Last night, instead of Dan James, bringing in Sancho, bringing in Grealish is taking off Bruno.
Yeah.
Massive difference. Or even like taking off Matic and bringing on Thomas Partey. Levels. Absolute levels.
True.
Levels above, mate. That is the difference. And Man United need a centre off. I've been saying it on this podcast and all of the platforms. I've been saying it. Lindelof I don't trust, because he can. In English football, you need a guy who can't be bullied easily.
Yeah. No disrespect.
He's good on positioning. Don't get me wrong. His position is good. He's good on the ball. Those things. But he's not lightning.
Socials.
That guy Red Devil, mate. That guy Red Devil. I'm the guy who warns people, mate. Everybody gaslighting each other. I'm the guy who tells it as it is. Not that because I know something that nobody knows. It's I only see it when I see it, because I've watched a lot of football throughout the years. And that's not to demean people who only got into football or Man United in the last 10 years. It's when you watch a lot of football, you can see patterns. And now what I'm worried about severely worried about Saeed is that anytime we get a knockback, Man United are running going on a mad run. We're on a losing streak or drawing streak.
Well, it happened. You know what? I kept saying it to people. 12 winning streak. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in. It all looked like we were going to go top 4, charge. Everything looked to. We had a good midfield back then.
Injuries.
We had injuries, but we still had Pogba, Herrera in the midfield. Batic was playing in the midfield.
Yeah,
everything looked good, man. We had a decent front three.
We had four injuries to key first team players.
There you go then. You know what I mean? And then it all decimated.
Yeah.
But guys, that's been your podcast 77, guys. Sponsored by the One Football app. Make sure you go download it. Link in the description below. All your latest football news. All your latest top 4 news, if we can get there. You know what I mean? That's just the crazy news. Go follow Aaron. Aaron. You know what? Aaron's not even here, by the way. Guys, shout out to Aaron, but he couldn't make it today. He got football and whatnot. But go check out that guy Red Devil on Twitter. And yeah, man, we go again. Crystal Palace away. Must win 3 points, guys. If you don't get 3 points, mate, even a draw, mate. I'm telling you now, draw. I don't care, mate. That again will just show and highlight how we are not where we are. You know, I mean, we still have a long way to go where we are, because the mentality needs to be there. When you get the mentality there, then you can build on from future generations to come.
No, just for signings.
Just you know what I mean?
Signings.
And squad depth. But yeah, guys, please like the video, subscribe to the Essential. We're nearly at 15k, guys. We're literally about 600 away. So please go subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, it's right over there. It takes 1 second to go subscribe. Like the video. And then, yeah, man, we'll see you again after the game against Chelsea, hopefully, for the podcast. But hopefully we can get 3 points against Crystal Palace. Guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Peace.